Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. We're on episode 196.
196.
196, that's a lot. If you were to count 1 to 196 on your fingers, you'd need many fingers. Yeah, it would take a while.
Like 130 hours, 100, no more.
Way more than that.
I said like 300. We used to do mega like hour episodes.
I know. We still do occasionally.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so we had like a 2-week break because we were at Wonderfest.
Yes.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah,
What'd you think?
I mean, well, there was an Iron Kong from Kotobukiya.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Very cool.
With the backpacks.
You know, I think Wonderfest is more like anime orientated, but there was some very cool sci-fi figures that I was very interested in.
I like the Kotobukiya booth, of course. You know, like you said, they had the Iron Kong. They had some more of the Ligers, that new advanced series of Ligers, and then their Frame Arms Girls, that series looking really cool, and their accessories. So that was good. We didn't see the Bandai booth.
No, we were surprised. But someone did mention to me that there was some Macross booth with Bandai, but I didn't see it.
Oh, we didn't see it either. We saw the Arcadia booth with the Macross, and actually the one exciting part, the Valkyrie, we weren't allowed to film.
Yeah,
so
there was guitars.
There was guitars. We got the guitars. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I think Bandai's maybe saving their stuff up for their own shows. You know, they have Shizuoka coming out.
Its own beast.
That's right. It can handle everything on its own.
Yeah.
So overall, it was a lot of fun. I really wished we had more time because they kind of put you into the here. They say you have 2 hours, but when you get there at 8 o'clock, not everything's ready.
And then it's ready until like 10 to 10.
And then 9:30, they open the doors for the early bird people who paid more for their tickets. So you're already getting jostled around at like 9:30. But too much to see. But we managed to get a good amount of video.
Looking at this stuff, it looks like it's going to be a good 6 months.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun, of course, with the new movies and stuff coming out, and that Gear's launching as well. So yeah, there's lots of stuff coming down the road for people who love anime.
Yeah. That's
for sure. And for Gundam. Speaking of which, actually, this is a nice segue. We should talk about what's coming up in 2 months in terms of Gundam. All right, the first one we need to talk about is the Master Grade Freedom Gundam version 2.0. I saw this at the Gundam Expo when it was just in its prototype form, you know, no colors or anything. But it is looking pretty amazing.
Really good.
And you can see a lot of the details in the panel lines. This is the first Freedom I think we've had since they put out the HG Revive, and before that the RG. But the previous MG, the original, is from 2004.
2004?
Yeah, so this is like 12 years later, we're getting a 2.0, and you're going to see just how different it is. And when we have it on the show, we'll have both the original and the 2.0, and we'll be showing everybody just all the differences. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's the classic, one of the classic suits, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody loves the Freedom Gundam. All right, next up we have the newest RE 100, the Efreet Custom. Also, we saw this at the Gunpla Expo. RE100, you know, they're supposed to give you master grade scale and detail, but not all the part count and stuff like that. So it definitely looks very menacing.
Yeah, it's quite. What series is it from? Do you know the series?
It's from the Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story, the Blue Destiny. I think the Blue Destiny, they released HG kits for the Blue Destiny RX, but this is the first Efreet, I think, that we get to see.
I like that leg design.
Yeah, all the missile launchers on the legs. I love the 2 swords.
Missile launchers and swords, what more do you need?
Exactly. Long range and short range. All right, next up we have the HGUC Gouf. This is the Revive Gouf from the Revive 35th anniversary. If it's anything like its predecessors, the RX-782 and the gun cannons and the Freedoms, it's going to be great. It's going to have a lot of articulation, and it does come with its cool, chain weapon or whatever it is. I love the shield that the Gouf has too. So.
I like the shoulder pads.
Yeah, the Gouf is awesome.
Need more horns.
Are you horny, Ryan? All right, so next up, this is something I didn't get a chance to film at the Gunpla Expo because I could not get close enough to the display case where they had this. This is from Gundam Origin, the YMS-03. They're calling it the Vaffu. The Vaffu?
What? Vaffu?
Yeah. It's going to come with 2 axes and a bazooka and a shield. And it definitely has that old school Zaku look to it. Yeah. It's looking cool.
Yeah.
All right, now we're back to Iron Blooded Orphans, the newest, hottest thing. And this is the newest, hottest 1/100 scale kit. Now, the Grimgerde as an HG kit was called the temporary name C, MSC temporary name, and then they released it and gave us a name. But now they're actually giving us the name to this a couple months in advance. So
They've
we know.
learned their lesson.
Yeah. So we know that coming in April, we're going to get a 1/100 of the Grimgerde. So it's going to be pretty sweet. It might share a lot of the same frame as the Barbatos. We're getting into the mystery IBO kit. So there's going to be MSG. We're up to MSG now.
Mystery kits.
What can I tell you? It's going to be from Iron Blooded Orphans. It's going to be an HG, and it might be a version of the Barbatos. I don't know. I have no idea at this point. Okay, so Thunderbolt. When we were at the Gunpla Expo, they had this big display saying Thunderbolt, Gundam, anime is coming, and Master Grade kits are coming, and everybody was excited, even though we weren't allowed to take video of it. But it looks like they're going to kind of re-release the HGs that came out a couple years ago. But they're going to release them in the new anime colors. So there's some slight color differences here, similar to when they released the the Blu-ray versions of the seed kits and things like that.
These are not new, the rockets.
The whole kit has been released a couple years ago, but it does have different color than the original release. And the same with the Zaku. This is also the Thunderbolt version of the Zaku and the big gun. You remember this guy. I never actually got to build this on the show, so I'm glad they're putting it out again. The box art was awesome, but it was from the manga. So now we have yet to see the box art from the anime version. But they have shown some pictures already of the Zaku and the big gun, and there's going to be different colors and different color stickers and things like that. So hopefully we'll be able to do a comparison. All right, there you go, Ryan. April. It's only 2 months away.
Easter.
April, Gundam. All I'm thinking is Freedom 2.0 and Efreet. That's what I'm thinking right now. But Easter, we don't celebrate Easter so much in this country. Yeah.
I mean, you can buy it.
You can buy Easter eggs in some of the specialty shops, the Cadbury's cream eggs and stuff like
I'm
that.
sure they'll make it big. It was like Halloween used to be nothing, but now it's massive.
Same with Christmas.
There's two Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know. They love it.
What can we do?
They love it. And aside from all those Western holidays that they've usurped, they also have their own gift-giving season. Like, hey, it's like winter again, so fall.
What?
So why don't you just
I've never heard of this.
grab a huge, big case of beer and give it to your teacher or your senpai? You're on your own little island, Ryan.
I gotta get people to start giving me more stuff.
Well, now that you're the big cheese, I have no choice. Anyway.
I want beer. Todd.
Yeah. You want
Thank you,
Todd to
Todd.
get you beer?
Yeah, Todd, get my beer. I'm here to talk about them.
Get the new guy. Get me a beer. Okay. Yes. Todd's coming up on the show now. We're going to talk about the new Iron Blooded Orphans kits that we finally gotten around to building after the 2 weeks off.
Sweet.
So let's bring him in.
Cool.
Okay. All right, Todd. Here we are. It's time for the Gunpla section.
Okay,
We're putting the Gunpla in Gunpla TV right now.
that's right.
Okay. So we haven't done this for a couple weeks,
Yes.
but I see you've completed what I asked you to complete.
Well, it only took a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Good. You've got the the Ryuseigo.
Ryuseigo.
Yeah, and I have got the Gundam Rebake, the Gusion Rebake. I'll talk more about the HG version of this when it comes to be my turn. But we got another version of this right here.
Oh.
Do you want to look at this box?
Sure.
Okay, make some room because this baby's pretty big. So this just came in today, and look how fat that box is.
Yeah, that's a real big box.
Bigger than MG big box. That's what it
Yeah.
is. So it's pretty tall. And now we mentioned last time we were on the show that this kit, it's not just the Gusion and it's not just the Rebake.
Right.
It is what?
It's both.
Ding ding. So can you explain a little more?
Yeah, so basically with this kit you'll get one frame, and then with this one frame you can build both the regular green Gusion and the Gusion Rebake as well.
Okay.
They don't give you two frames, it's only one frame, so you have to choose which one you want to permanently display it.
Well, it's not permanent. You can swap them back and forth.
Yeah, you can swap it back and forth.
But if you want to have both in 1/100 scale
Right.
displayed at the same time, you might have to buy two of these. No?
My second kit.
Okay, let's pull this out here. So let's see, I got my foil stickers in there.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab the beige runners. Why don't you grab the green runners if you can find them? We'll compare. That's all for me. I got 1, 2.
Well, I think this one also
Three
is
runners.
yours, 'cause
Oh,
there's
the
the
orange?
and green.
Okay,
I get the
okay.
purple.
nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah,
This one's going to be yours as well because I got some green and purple here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is his head.
And
That's
now,
the frame.
this is the frame. Now we got two frame runners in here, along with the hand parts and stuff are on these extra runners. And there's also a frame runner in this. 2 frame runners? And weapons. This looks like weapons.
Yeah, that's a weapon.
Yeah, this is the Grimgerde weapon. But in here, I have, it just says Rebaked, but it looks like parts to like maybe a backpack. There's some joints in there.
Right, those are black though, so that's not
Yeah,
really
it's a little bit
there.
different. So with these 2 frames, we were looking at these earlier, and it says 1100 IBO
Right.
Gundam Frame 2. So Gundam Frame 2, you get 2 of those. And this one here is also Gundam Frame 2, so they're designated as Gundam Frame 2. Now this looks to be the only unique frame runner in the set, although it is black.
So it's,
Black.
maybe it's not the same as
Yeah.
the usual soft
Yeah,
type plastic.
it is called the Rebake. Actually, it's the same. This is the same, Todd. This is I2 and this is I1. So
Okay.
you're getting half this runner, this half,
Right.
in here too. So you can tell the big black thing from the shield there. So the question is, look at that manual, it's thick. The question is, how do we tackle this? What did we decide on?
It's a big kit.
It's
Well,
a big kit.
originally it was
Originally, before we knew it was 2 kits,
right,
the plan was like, oh, Todd, why don't you go ahead and build the
100 scale.
the 1100 Gusion, because I built the HG Gusion, and I also built the 1100 Schwalbe Graze.
That's right.
Right. So, however, things might have changed when we saw what's inside the box.
It's a lot in the box.
Yes. So, what we've decided is, Todd is going to be handling the green armor,
That's right.
and I'm going to be handling the beige armor, and then we'll see what happens when we come together again in a week's time, and fight over that 1 frame.
Right.
Just start slamming things on, and get some like mashup.
Have
All
half
right.
of it green, half of it rebate.
Hey, you could do that.
Customs.
Customs everywhere. Okay, why don't you throw these in here because we're gonna need the space here.
Yeah.
And there's one other thing that came in today. We can talk about.
Okay. Oh, this is a big looking axe.
That's a big Gusion hammer. It's called
hammer. That's
the
right.
Gusion hammer and the Gusion halberd. Yeah. Okay, so this thing's huge. Okay. All right. Also, what came in today is the another option set. Do you want to be the one that talks about that?
Sure, I'll talk about this one. Okay, so let's take a look here at the MS Option Set 4 and Union Mobile Worker. Alright, so we're getting another mobile worker here with this set.
Okay.
This is, I think it's our fourth unit pack and our 4th mobile worker. So somebody out there is going to have a nice collection of mobile workers on the
Yeah.
Alright, so looking inside the box here, we get 2 runners. Both of them are the same bluish purple color, and it does come with a nice sticker sheet there, so you can add some colors to it. And we do have, it's a pretty decent long sword in here. Unfortunately though, the sword is the same color as the rest of it, while on the box it does show it being this gray silver color, but if you want it to be this color, you'll have to paint it yourself.
Get out the Gundam marker.
Okay, so that's the MS Option Set 4.
All right, another new mobile worker.
Another new mobile worker, another backpack.
You're getting a collection of these. Okay, we'll put this on the pile. Now, it's time to do what we came to do.
That's right. Alright, so first up, we're going to talk about the Ryuseigo. Alright, so here we have the Ryuseigo. So originally in the anime, this suit was the Graze Kai, but after his pilot moved on to go pilot the new Gusion Rebake, he gets a new pilot, and the new pilot gives him a new pink paint job.
I see.
So also they've taken away the patchwork looking armor from the Graze Kai, and they've fixed him up. They've got him looking really nice now. As you can see here, they've changed his shoulder armor. So this one, he's got some new shoulders that are unique to the suit, not like the original Graze or like the Schwalbe Graze at all. Also his helmet, we've got a new helmet going on here with a nice longer antenna. Although you note at the top there is white at the top, but this isn't a separate part. This is a sticker that goes onto the end of the antenna.
As to be expected.
And also the eye marks here, these are stickers as well. So usually the Graze kits, I like the Graze kits because there's not a whole lot of stickers you have to apply to this kit to make it look good. But this kit, there's a couple of extras, but it's not a big deal. Although one thing I kind of wish is sometimes when they have areas here that have like these special markings, usually they'll have that kind of like engraved into the plastic, so people that are going back to paint this stuff, it'll already be there in line so that they can paint it. Unfortunately, under these stickers, it's just flat plastic. So if you want to paint this kit, you want to paint these eyes on there, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge, unless somebody ever makes a decal for it. Unfortunately, at this time, it doesn't exist. But you're limited with the stickers for now if you really want to go crazy with this kit. But yeah, so what else do we have new here? So yeah, no longer, he doesn't have that patchwork white look of the regular Graze Kai any longer. The backpack has stayed the same, although it is now in color. The back skirt has changed though. He has a new back skirt. It's got a longer tail, I guess you could say, from the regular Graze or Graze Kai. And also there's a peg on the end of it. I don't remember if that plugs into anything, to be honest. And oh, all right. Also, we got some weapons, other weapons that came with this. So for most of the Grazes, you get the rifle and the axe. This has been in pretty much all of the Graze kits, I believe. Although this one does come with an extra gun too, so he gets another rifle. This is a short barrel style rifle, so you have your choice of which rifle you would like to equip him with.
This is kind of a step up from the 1/100 kit, no? You'd have to like make the rifle one or the other.
Ah,
I think that's how it went with the 1/100 Schwalbe.
the Schwalbe. I'm trying to remember if the 1/100 I don't have that option. It's been a while.
Either way, you get two guns on your.
Either way, you get two guns. You get to choose. Although usually, kind of HG kits, you get more options than the bigger kits, I've noticed.
Yeah, when it comes to the hands and stuff like that
When it
as
comes
well.
to the hands, they give you more options. And with the original Graze also, the 100 Graze only came with 2 of the shields that went on the back, but the HG kit had 4. So the 100 you switch between, but the HG you can have all of them if you really want to go crazy with it. Alright, so I probably should take a quick look at the what would you say? The mobility?
Yeah, the articulation.
The articulation, that's the word I'm looking for with this kit. So I like this kind of joint that they have on these kits, the leg style joint they have. Let me see if I can pull it off there. I'm just a big fan of this kind of joint that kind of swivels around, lets you really move it around a lot. Nice, good articulation. And the armor just snaps on. So just like other Graze, he's got a full-on inner frame going on here. And the armor, the shoulder armor, kind of limits his movement to go up a bit, but that's to be expected with a big shoulder. I don't know if anybody's going to really want to pose with a crazy hello looking pose there.
Thanks, Todd. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I guess it's my turn. I'll be
Well,
like.
but wait, there's more.
there's more to the
There's
Graze.
more. Hold on, let me just show you something. Okay, so when I had this transportation booster on the show before, there was one form that I couldn't show you guys because I didn't have a Graze with me at that time. But now, since I have the Ryusei-Go, I have an opportunity to show this to you guys. Now, the transportation booster originally comes with these 2 parts that plug onto the knees of a Graze kit, so you can plug it into this kit. But the Ryusei-Go actually comes with a pair of matching colored leg adapters to plug into the transportation booster. So because this kit came with these pieces, I figured it was a good time to show everybody how this works. Alright, so let's take this out here. Now, as you guys saw this before, I won't need to go into too much detail about everything. It comes with the stand just like normal. And, alright, so how this is going to work, this triangular piece that I showed you guys before, you're going to pop this off here. There's a peg that goes into here that attaches itself to here, but when you use it for the graze, you have to take off this peg. And also for the graze mode, there's this additional thruster piece that isn't used normally. So this thruster piece plugs in here, just like so. So this part's off and this part goes in. Now, on here, this is going to fold down. And you're going to take your graze, and you're going to pull off the knee part here, and you're going to take one of these joints that came with it, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, and take off the other knee. Might as well get them both done at the same time. There we go. Alright. Smooth, just like butter.
Just like Bandai. Bandai butter.
Bandai butter. Nice fitting kits. Beautifully designed. Alright, so we're going to take our, what would you call this piece? Triangular.
The claw!
Piece.
I call it the claw.
The claw piece.
I'm totally wrong, but you know.
We can name it whatever we want.
That's right. This is our show.
This is our show. This is your world. Alright, so the foot, we're going to put the foot into here.
Oh, I see they got a nice spot for the high heels.
Nice, yep, we got a nice separate spot for the high heels there.
The girls in the office were commenting about the high heels on these new IBO kits.
Oh.
They seemed intrigued by them. You know, girls in high heels.
Yeah, they love their high heels. Well, the good ones do. Alright, so on the back of this triangular claw piece, there's a hole, and the knee joint just kind of plugs right in.
Okay.
So that's all there is really to it. Well, his armor's coming off here, so we get that back in there. Alright, so that's kind of all there is to it really. Just the shoe goes into the holes, the knee plugs in, and you can just have these somewhere covering over the leg. So that's one side. Now let's do the other side here. Alright, so again, the shoe goes...
If the shoe fits.
If that's what they say, if the shoe fits. Or what was it? If the glove fits, you must acquit.
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. That's what it
was.
was. If the shoe fits, wear it. It's like.
We have different expressions going on.
That's right. Hey, you were in LA at that time.
I was in LA. That was a very memorable time. And I remember coming home and every day all the TV channels were O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I was like that too when I didn't even live in the same country. But okay, so you got both legs in there.
All right, so we got both legs in there. So now he needs his arm. It came off here. So let me give him his arm back. All right. So now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove his backpack here, like so. And this kit, it came with, let me pull it out so you can see it here. It came with another plug. So just like the Barbatos, when you have the Barbatos set up in the transportation booster, it uses a different plug.
Yeah.
This plug is only used for the Graze kit. So this plugs in just where his backpack would be.
You can get a lot of, how do you say, mileage, entertainment mileage out of this long range booster, right?
Yeah.
Transport.
Yeah, it comes with 3 modes and
Adapters for all the different models. That's not
I'm sure
too
somebody
bad.
out there will figure out a way to plug a ball Gundam into it. That's my dream. Don't steal my idea.
Well, you just said it, so it's out there, Todd.
Oh, darn it. Alright, show me a picture if anybody plugs a ball Gundam into one of these things. Alright, so it just plugs in here, just like so. Now, this piece underneath, you're going to have to extend this down a bit. The reason you're going to have to do that is, when you go to put it on the stand, you need the room.
Yep.
You need the room to be able to fit it in there. And
That's
of
one way to
course,
create some room.
That's one way to create some room. I don't know, these things just fall around. Well, there you go.
Well, it's made to come apart and go back together and come apart, so
Yeah,
it's understandable if pieces come off
moving
easier.
this thing around so much. Alright, so we just kind of sits in there like that. Now, one thing that is kind of interesting, and it's hard to see this when you're looking at the box or any of the other images, but this stand isn't really tall enough to hold this thing properly. So always when you see it on the box, I didn't notice until I actually put it together, but it's always touching the bottom here. That's okay. And then the guns, just like you have them set up for when the Barbatos is plugged into it, they just go in the top here. Okay, so let me see, how's this looking?
Looks pretty cool.
Alright, so yeah, that's the transportation booster with the Graze plugged in. And like I said, this is my favorite mode to keep this transportation booster in. Usually I have my Graze Kai plugged into this thing now, but now I have the Ryusei-Go, so I think the Ryusei-Go with his new helmet and nice looking eyes on the helmet there, I think he'll be my new permanent display with the transportation booster. Alright, so here we have the Graze Kai. Now, I usually have this guy sitting in my long-range booster that I built a couple episodes ago, but the new Ryuseigo is going into the long-range booster, so he kind of came out, and I just figured I'd bring him on here to show you guys. So just take a quick look at him. Unlike the regular Graze, he's got he's got his little patchwork armor going on here as they repaired him after they took him over. They had to change his shoulder armor parts. He's got a nice white helmet going on, a white chest part, and a white backpack. But gives it a nice, unique look, I think. But finally,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I thought it would never come. Well, I have to talk about the rebake,
Right.
but I'm not finished yet.
Uh-oh. Not enough time.
Alright, here you are. You can see I do not have the Gusion Rebake finished yet. I actually got to this point and decided to stop because I kind of want to show everybody all these extra parts that go on to make him the Rebake, and there's a couple options in there that you have that they give you that I wanted to show as well. So I assembled the legs, the body, torso, arms, shoulders. It was a fun build. There are a lot of stickers involved on this kit, and especially on the shoulders here. This is a sticker you have to kind of line up, fold over and line up, and it's a little tricky. I would have preferred they use real plastic there, but then again, we're working with HG, and when it comes to HG kits, you're not going to get all the plastic parts you want. You're gonna be using stickers sometimes, even in here. There's stickers as well. So I guess I will bring out the parts that I need to use here now. I got the butt part. I'll put this on last simply because of weight. It's interesting to note that there's two ways to mount it. If you stick it onto the back, you're just going to plug this in to the hole at the back here. But you can decide to change it if you like. And when you do that, you can plug it into the back of his arm. So if you wish him to use it as a shield, you just kind of change things around and you're all set. But because I'm going to stick it on his butt, I'm going to leave it like that for now. Unfortunately, even though the manual shows that these parts are all in white in the box as well, you don't get stickers for that. So Bandai didn't give us the extra sticker sheet. And these will go on his back as well. They just plug in, similar to things we plug in on Graze kits and whatever else. It's easy enough to put them on here. But I didn't put these on because I wanted to show you kind of how they function first. So these look like, I don't know, it reminds me of like the GPO4, I think it is, with those big things on his back. But you swing these black parts up and then you can actually pull out the arm. And when you pull out the arm, it does pop out, and then you can rotate it, and then you can put things in there if you like. So I've got this arm here. Let me pull this one as well, pop it out, turn it, here we go. I can put this black part in if I wish. You can be like that. And I will mount it. I will mount this on here. And if I want to, I open these black parts up again and really stick these arms out. You can go for a total crazy exaggerated look, but I mean, this guy's got 4 arms, so he's gonna look crazy and exaggerated no matter what. Okay, so heads. I didn't put the head on because I didn't know which one I wanted to do, and I thought I should show everybody that you get 2 heads here. Now, there's an open and a close. both heads use stickers. They wrap around these white parts, and the sticker wrap around here, which means that they tend to come off sometimes. But if you're careful and line them up, they'll stay more often than not. So I have to decide whether I want to go with, you know, the closed up head, which has most of the, I guess, you know, the eyes and everything uncovered, and everything you see in there is a sticker. This black part here is a sticker, the green part here is a sticker, and I think it's actually, if I remember correctly, it's actually one sticker that folds through this gap. This here, though, it's different. You're going to get face parts, you're going to get one sticker here, and you're going to get a separate sticker there. I'm going to go with the open face, because I got the arms open. So there's the open face. The 1/100 now, I think the head will be able to change shape, but we will be confirming that when we show it on the next episode. And I also have a weapon to put on, so I'll put that in his hand as well. I really like this weapon, but one thing that struck me when I was building it is that there's not a lot of parts here. Like, even with these crazy parts sticking out the edges here, it's all just molded like that on the rudder, and the same with here. It goes along here, some detail, and then this part totally jutting out. So all you really do is just put those parts together, and you do get a third part that goes in here, but you have to put it in his hand first. So we'll put it in his left hand. There we go. Stick you in your left hand. Make sure I get the right one. And then I will put that part on. Cover up like it's supposed to. So here we go. There he is. It's very long, and it will touch the floor, as you can see, the ground. But in some ways, I don't mind that, simply because this guy's going to be so heavy with this back part on that maybe I need a little assistance when it comes to standing up. So this is now taking up some more room. Let's pull the camera back here. I've got him here. Extra head's not going on yet, but I'm going to put this part on his back. So kind of have to go this way with it. You can't go directly straight. From the top a little bit, and you should be all right. So here he is, gun in hand, arms stretched out, giant ass, Gundam Gusion Rebake. All right, there you go. There's the rebake of the Gusion. He's a little back heavy, but
Yeah,
of course he'll find a balance
shield.
point. He's quite cool. I like him.
Oh, he's got a good look to it.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I just kind of prefer the huge, ugly green one.
I like the green one too. So that's good. We're going to be building those again. So I guess that kind of wraps it up for our IBO.
Oh, wait.
There's that sharp intake of breath there.
Wait, Sid. There's more.
There's more. Well, Jesus.
There's one more.
It's been like a couple weeks, and you just
It
go.
has been a
go
couple
crazy.
weeks, and we've kind of missed something here.
Oh, what do we got here?
The Grimgerde.
Is this like MSD? Where are we at?
Oh, was this
MSC?
D or was this C? I can't keep track.
Was that A? Is this B? This is C.
The Rebake and the Ryuseigo were A and B.
So that must be C.
So this must be C, and then D is coming out next week.
That's right. Okay. Well, why don't you show us the temporary name C?
Okay, let's take a look at the Grimgerde. Alright, so here we have the Grimgerde. Now, as you can see, it's got a real, I like it, to be honest. It's got a real nice look to it.
It looks like a rabbit.
It looks like, yeah, it's got the little bunny ears going on, but it has the face of this kid. It reminds me of like what you would see for a knight. So it's got the slits and the eye port, but he in the anime, it's piloted by McGillis, who puts on a mask. So this is kind of like the shark clone of the series.
Here we go. That's why it's all red.
That's why it's all red. That's why it's kind of looking like a Zaku in a way, I guess you could kind of think, maybe. But yeah, so also I believe it mentioned in the manual, if I was understanding the information right, that this Grimgerde was built after the end of the Calamity War in the series. And that Calamity War is when all of the other, like the Barbatos and those suits were fighting. So this is one of the suits that came after it. And when I was putting this kit together, I noticed there were some similarities to the Graze. I thought the chest and the back were kind of, it's really similar to the Graze. So this is kind of like the ancestor to the Graze, I think. If I understood the manual right, this suit is pretty old as well, just like the Barbatos. And for this suit also, you've got some the vents kind of thrusters on this suit. You can angle up and down.
Oh, that's cool.
You want. And he does kind of have almost a full frame, although the arm you will need these colored parts to complete the frame. But you can see the leg frame in the back here. There's no covers for the back of the legs on this kit. But he's a pretty nice looking kit. There was one thing I wanted to mention also for this one. Well, there's a couple more things I should say actually. Most of the runners in this kit are marked Grimgerde, so we know this is for the Grimgerde. However, the frame runner on this kit, let's see if I can angle this in here somehow. The frame runner for this kit is not Grimgerde, it's Valkyrie frame.
Oh.
So, the frame for the Grimgerde, we're going to see this frame again. We don't know what kit, but...
MSFG.
Yeah, it's one of them. MS, yeah.
WM, I don't know.
MS. One of the letters. It's coming back, so...
Alright.
Eventually we'll see this frame again. Alright, and the weapons. Let me give you a quick look at the weapons. He's got a nice looking... rifle here.
Looks like a Zaku machine gun, eh?
Yeah, it kind of looks like we got the magazine going on top and nice long barrel. Of course, he's got the shoulder right there, so that's pretty good. Also, with this kit, you have. Let me pop these off first. It comes with 2 shields, and these shields will just snap right on the arms like this. So you get some cool looking arm shields. But also, this kit comes with 2 gold swords. Now this isn't the plated gold. This is that injection gold that they've been using recently. So if you really wanted, you can paint it easily. You don't have to worry about stripping off the plate. And these swords, they will. There's a slot in the shield you can clip the sword into. So, after you clip that in, then you can put the sword back on his arm. It's just right there in the shield. Gives him a nice look, I think. There you go. Okay. Alright, so, let me go ahead and put it up on the stand here. So, of course, here we have the McGillis stand, since McGillis is piloting the Grimgerde. We get the Grimgerde to go on the McGillis stand here. Alright, so we can show off a little bit of the articulation maybe. So he's got some pretty decent articulation, of course, just like other mobile suits, although the skirts are a unique shape. Maybe they will inhibit the legs from doing a full split. But, well, there's a leg.
That's how you do a full split.
That's how you do a full split.
Just dislocate your joint.
Dislocate the joint.
That's what would happen to me if I tried to do a full split.
Right. Although that was one thing I forgot to mention also, the what would you call this joint?
The peg?
The peg. This is really simple. This is just like one piece kind of. You got one piece for the waist here.
Oh, okay.
The armor goes on front and back. There's no like split to it or anything.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, wow, that's pretty.
It's very streamlined.
Pretty streamlined, pretty simple, but it works. So this as long as it works. All right. There we go. Ta-da. All right. So that's the Grimgerde. Okay, so that's the Grimgerde.
Looks nice.
It does look nice. It's got a real unique look to it, kind of.
He's very streamlined compared to the ones we've just seen, you know,
yeah, it's really
the
streamlined.
Gusions and the man release.
And like I mentioned before, he's got that real knightly look to it.
Yeah, I can see that. Going all medieval in IBO here.
Right, we get lots of medieval weapons, and it's an interesting series.
Okay, so I guess we're finally finished now. Are we finally finished for this week?
But wait, no, I think
I don't want to wait any longer. Okay, so we'll wrap up this section for this week's Gunpla TV. Next week we'll have hopefully finished our parts of the Gusion / Rebake,
so.
and we have some new kits arriving next week that we'll talk about.
Okay.
So I guess we just go back to Ryan now.
All right.
All right. All right, thanks, Todd. Once
Thank you,
again,
Todd.
stepped up, built some kits. It's a hard
They look
life.
Good, actually. I like the look of the Iron Blood.
Yeah, the Iron Blooded Orphans kits are getting to me. They're starting to warm my heart. They start off pretty rough. But especially when you don't know what they're going to be, you're like, okay, so I'm going to have like 18 different versions of one kit. But they're starting to differentiate, and it's good. Yeah, we're starting to watch the anime if I have a chance. Okay, so now that we got the showing of the Gundam out of the way, we have to give Gundam away,
Yes,
and we
and
also
we
have
have
some comments to read.
So let me get started.
Okay.
Crycle or CLL. McGillis Graze is 1/100. Looks really impressive.
Mhm.
Sorry, did I say that right?
Yeah.
McGillis Graze. Have you seen the picture of the new MG Freedom 2.0? My God, it actually is an improvement over the RG, which I thought was the pinnacle of Gunpla. I thought
Yeah.
PG was the pinnacle. Your thoughts?
My thoughts, the RG Freedom was an amazing kit, but I found working with the thin wings, trying to get them to pose, they would sometimes pop off. I'm really excited to get to work with those kind of wings in a larger scale.
Mm-hmm.
So the 1/100 Freedom, it probably will not be as seemingly fragile. The RG does not break, but parts can come off just because where they attach together is so narrow. But with the MG 2.0,
It's much bigger, so you don't
Yeah.
have to fiddle.
more space to work,
Yeah.
bigger pegs.
Bigger pegs.
Yeah. So.
That's all I want for Christmas. Next, the
Yeah.
000.
Mhm.
Question. I'm currently changing the color scheme of my 00 Ryzen, but I also want to put some cool decals on it. Decals, let's not
Mhm.
start that again. Separate from the others, separate from the one that comes with once I'm done painting.
Okay.
What would you guys recommend I do if the decals I have slightly clash with the colors on my Gundam in order to make it look good?
There's a few ways to go about it. Like if you're having markings that you really want to put on, but the colors kind of clash with your Gundam, you can kind of find a way to add those colors from the markings to your Gundam in the form of trim or things like that. If you have Gundam marker, maybe you do some panel lines in that way, or just some trim, vents, veneers, thrusters, that kind of thing. If you can get the colors from your markings somewhere on your Gundam, then the clash
You know what I say
should
about
not
clash?
be noticeable. You say bring it on.
Bring it on. Be brave.
Be brave?
Be brave.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Okay. Another thing you can do to maybe take that clash, I guess that's the word we're using, is just use it like a flat top coat, add some weathering, so the focus
Yeah.
isn't on the marking
Soften it,
itself,
soften it.
but on the overall look of the kit and what it's been through. That's another suggestion. Ultimately, it's up to you. I mean, it's your creation, so
Yeah, you made
do
it.
what you want to do.
Yeah, do what you want.
Own it, as we always
Clash
say. Clash. Own the clash.
Yeah. On CD now.
Rock the
Wizard.
Casbah.
What happened to the first MG Blue frame? Is it definitely discontinued?
It is not discontinued. I actually went and onto our site and looked for it, and I found it. It wasn't showing up in the same search for some reason because it just didn't show up. It was out of stock. I don't know. But what I'm going to do, I'm in this post on this episode, I will put the link so everybody can see it. So you'll just be able to click on it and go right there. It's not discontinued. They never really discontinue Gundam.
No, they
So-
do restocks depending on the popularity.
Yeah,
of the kid.
exactly. But never, something's not really ever dead,
No,
I think.
it's
So.
Bandai. They don't
Yeah.
kill things.
So you'll be able to place an order for it, and as soon as it comes in, you'll be notified, and there you go. Private warehouse. You'll have your blue frame with the big sword. It's cool.
More swords in space.
That's right.
Can do 777. For those who are interested in the Death Stinger's origin, it comes from Zoid's Chaos Century series, and the mecha appears in the last few episodes, 60 to 65, as the second to last boss. It is a big bad killing machine that's in caps, and spread terror across the continents. In fact, it caused more carnage than the actual final boss in the show. Love the kid. Go buy it.
There you go. You
It's
asked
amazing.
about it. You asked about the history of the
did.
Death Stinger, and there you go. There's a very thorough answer.
I'm glad to know it's a big bad killing machine.
Get on the internet and watch some of that stuff and see
Yeah, I
the
should
Death
watch.
Stinger in
They're
action.
not producing Zoids anymore, are they?
Well, animations maybe not, but kits
I mean,
of course.
the kids, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised they haven't revived Zoids. Maybe they're
I'm not the guy
thinking
to
about
ask.
it. Yeah, are they reviving Zoids by any chance?
There's enough demand now, I would think.
Yeah. When we went to Anime Expo in
Yeah.
LA, like every second person was like, Zoids?
Do you have Zoids kits?
Zoids? Zoids and Macross. And
Yeah.
Gundam, of course.
Yeah.
Next, VinCam037. All hail the random number generator god, creator of hope and destroyer of dreams. Yes.
Hope it's not that harsh on people. Everybody loses the majority of the time.
That's why you shouldn't gamble.
That's right.
You guys need to do something special for episode 200, like drinking something weird like in episode 150. Did you ever finish your drink?
I finished it, but I had more than one.
Was that the Final Fantasy?
Yes, there's another one sitting over there that's even older now. Another 50 episodes older.
Sorry, we can't give it away if you die.
Yeah, we can't ship it overseas, it might explode. I might still drink it. I really liked it. It gave
Put
me
it in the fridge
gave me
with
energy, that potion.
Put it in.
It restored like 125 hit points. Okay,
You
so
went home and played Final Fantasy.
yeah, I did actually. We have a kit to give away. Now, I'm reluctant to say this, but it's so funny. But, you know, judging by the number of comments we got
Yeah.
about this kit, we have over like 300 comments now.
Wow.
I have to say, Ryan,
Yeah.
everybody likes the D. That's what I wanted to say. No silence. It's just silence. I'm glad, actually. It's the best reaction I could have hoped for. Okay, so I am giving this away to one of the 300 people that commented, of course. And it goes to comment number 48. And it's somebody by the name of Kuro1000. Yeah, that thing's cool. He says, "Notice me, please. It would be awesome to win that kit." All right, you have been noticed.
Yeah, the number
And
of God generator has
that's right.
smiled upon you.
That's right. He has bestowed upon you dreams and shattered the dreams of others at the same time.
300 other
So-
people.
That's right.
Dashed.
Dashed, just like that. I will be contacting you via email in a couple days, so please be patient enough for that. Now I have only one kit to give away. I'm kind of slowing it down as we're busy at the same time, but I'm busy trying to get this other stuff going. Episode 200, lots of good stuff.
And
Haha, wink, wink, wink.
our wall of Gundam kits is diminished.
Oh, yeah. How many have we given away over the last 2 years?
Has it been 2 years?
I don't know. It's been a long time. Like, if you think we're at episode 196 now, if I look back at which episode we started giving stuff away, probably by the comment count, like if we figure between 1 and 3 kits an episode, that's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that is a lot. We've made a lot of dreams come true.
That's right.
We're
And-
like Oprah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we're like Oprah. Yeah. Next.
Like Oprah. That's the next Gunpla TV t-shirt. Gunpla TV, like Oprah. Okay. In celebration of the Gouf Revive, which I really, really, really was hoping and wanting from the beginning when they announced the Revive line, I've got the Revive version of the RX-782 right here. It's the very first one, so I'm going to be giving it away. Now, there's some bonus parts in here. Remember this episode? So some time ago now. But we brought on the magazines, and we had all the weapon sets from the magazines right here.
Yeah.
We made one big episode about this, I believe. Well,
So it has the look at the magazine parts as well.
yeah, the magazine parts as well, the backpacks, the extra weapons, Gundam Hammer. Yeah. Still,
Oh, it has a noob tube
still a
on it.
great kit. So if the Gouf Revive has this kind of movement, you are in for a treat, I think. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a skeleton in some of those weird Disney
That's
animations.
Not a sexy pose.
Sexy man pose. Hold on. I do sexy man pose. Here we
Yeah.
go. All right. Wow, wow, wow.
Here's his big gun.
Wow, 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 wow. All right. Sexy man
Where's
pose.
the pink Gundam chick?
That's so somebody's gonna win this sexy Gundam right here, complete with extra weapons. So yeah, it's not as exciting maybe as the D, but it's sexy enough. So don't worry, there'll be plenty. There will be plenty of good stuff coming because episode 200 is on the way, and I now know my budget for giveaways and things like that. So this wraps up our episode. Ryan, tell people first how they win this
Oh yes, you
sexy
have to go
kit.
to HobbyLink.tv to
Yeah.
post 196
That's right.
and place a comment,
Mhm.
input a comment, whatever you do, and you have a good chance of, well, 1 in 300.
Depending on what
It's
it is.
way better than Lotto.
Yeah, exactly. The Powerball, 7
Powerball.
billion or whatever. Also, I want to point out once
Fractions,
again that if you want to win, you have to be a registered user at HobbyLink TV.
Okay,
That's the requirement we put in place.
you have to be registered.
Yes. Because
Thickens.
you can go as anonymous and just leave a comment, and then when I click on you, I cannot find you
Yeah.
because you're anonymous.
Sit
I have
down.
no idea who you are, and I have a pile of kits out there that I have not been able to give away because people do not reply to me, or I'm not able to contact them because they're anonymous. So, yeah, be a registered user.
Yeah, don't be anonymous.
Yeah. Why would you not be a registered user to our great site?
Maybe they didn't know.
There's so much Gundam on there.
I know, there's Gundam.
galore.
Yeah.
Gundam galore. So anyway, be a registered user. Be a user. Leave a comment 196. You stand a chance of winning. And of course, in every episode after that when we're giving stuff away.
As long as we can.
As long as we can do it.
We'll stop. We'll just see our like views plummet.
It's not our views plummeting. It's our age. I move a little slower now. Yeah, so I'll have to get new blood in here.
Yeah, new blood.
Okay.
Okay, well, just as a reminder to everyone, we're brought to you by HLJ.com, HobbyLink Japan. Please support our store. And if you want to chat to us, we're on Facebook, Twitter, we have our blog, and
Tumblr, Reddit.
Yeah. Just thanks for supporting us.
Yeah, no problem.
The show goes on, and luckily Todd has joined us as well, and
yeah.
the family's getting bigger.
I don't feel that close to people, but I understand what you're meaning.
I can give him a hug.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. So next week, Todd and I are going to have the big 100 Gusion Rebake battle thing going on. The big kit. It's the kit, the big 100 that came in.
It's called Rebake.
It's called the Gundam Gusion Rebake, and basically in the animation Iron Blood Orphans, he first is that big round green thing, the Gusion.
Okay.
But then he gets rebuilt or whatever as the Rebake, which is the beige version. So the 1/100 kit, Ryan, you may not have been aware of this, but they give you both pieces, both armor pieces, and you can swap them back and forth.
So he was baked and then he was rebaked.
That's right. He got baked and then rebaked, but not burned, just baked.
Just baked.
Okay, so that's what we're going to be showing next week. And we have another mysterious Iron Blooded Orphan kit coming out next week, which we will be reviewing on the show as well. Okay. So there you go. And until then, see you later.